it'll be a lot of excitement to that fight. It's a big money fight. Ryan Garcia is somebody that comes in there. You never know which version of him is going to show up. So if the good version of him show up, he gets spanked. If the bad version of him show up, he gets spanked. He don't stand a chance.
The stage is set for a war, and the tension is at a fever pitch. Mario Barrios isn't just talking about winning, he's predicting a knockout.
It's been a long camp. I'm already tired of it. Just ready, to just, show everything that, me and Joe have been working on. Just ready to just, put all this work, from camp and, just go into this fight.
Barrios says the plan is to make Garcia uncomfortable, apply constant pressure and test him in every phase. He notes Ryan has only one fight at this weight, while he's fully settled in the division, and believes that comfort, size, and physical presence could matter on fight night. In a matchup this tight, every move, every punch, and every second counts.
My skills, my abilities, I know he's trying to like downplay, the like size difference with this, but I think, it's gonna be something he's definitely gonna feel, in the fight. And I want to go in there, I want to make him uncomfortable. I want to test how bad he really wants to be in there with me. I'm gonna go out there and I'm gonna just like just test him in every way that I can, whether it's pressure, whether it's just that presence, and then just just letting him know you're like that, it's not gonna be the way that he thinks it is.
Shawn Porter doesn't hold back in his breakdown of Ryan Garcia versus Mario Barrios. He warns that if Ryan doesn't show up at his absolute best, it could be a long, punishing night in the ring. But Porter adds the twist. If Garcia stays sharp, focused, and operating at full capacity, a knockout is within reach. In his view, it's a fight that can swing either way, and it will come down to details. Every punch, every second, every movement matters.
Ryan did not look good against Rolly Romero. Didn't look good at all. If Ryan leaves his offense at the gym, if he leaves his offense in the locker room, Mario Barrios is going to step to him, and it's going to be a long night for Ryan. The other side of that is Ryan's got to be fast, because Mario and his team, they're going to be prepared. They're going to be prepared for that left hook. They're going to be prepared for a lot of the offense that's coming right at him. And Ryan just has to be on point. If Ryan's on point, he probably will win that fight by knockout. If he wins that fight, it should be by knockout. If Ryan is on point, he should get past he should get past Mario Barrios.
Conor Benn has made a fiery U-turn in his prediction for Ryan Garcia versus Mario Barrios, and he isn't hiding it. The British contender, who says he'll be watching closely from ringside, has flipped from backing Garcia to now going all in on Barrios, predicting a stoppage.
You lot think I'm joking? I bet any money Barrios stops Garcia. I bet you any money. I'm not even joking. Barrios stops Garcia. He's going to fumble the bag, so I need to make my money back on him. Any money stops Garcia. I am 100% confident. Taking bets.
In a fiery exchange with a reporter, Keith Thurman challenged the idea that Ryan Garcia's power belongs with the elite at welterweight. Thurman argues Garcia still hasn't faced a true, fully settled 147-pound fighter, saying he's largely tested that power against opponents moving up from lightweight. Thurman acknowledges Ryan's speed and pop are real, but insists they haven't been proven against the toughest men in the division.
Got a bigger punch than that? Bigger punch than, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because when Ryan touches you...
No, when he touches lightweights, see, he hasn't dropped real welterweights.
Okay, yep.
Is there even a real welterweight
That he's fought
in the welterweight division? I think Conor Benn's the only real welterweight left at 147. So this new welterweight game is lightweights moving up, okay? There's no OG 147. And with that, I can't give Ryan the credit you're trying to give.
Showbiz, the adult, points to the Joe Goossen factor as the fight's hidden chess match. Goossen trained Ryan Garcia for several fights, and Showbiz says that familiarity cuts both ways. Garcia knows Goossen's systems and tendencies, which could help him anticipate strategy. But it also benefits Mario Barrios, because Goossen knows Ryan's habits, patterns, and weaknesses from the inside. In Showbiz's view, it's a true double-edged sword, an extra layer of strategy that could shape the fight as much as any punch.
Garcia versus Mario Barrios. Mario Barrios, you have to add a few things here in doing this analysis. Mario Barrios has Joe Goossen, who was the trainer for Ryan Garcia for a few fights. I believe he was his trainer for the Gervonta Tank Davis fight. What's his name? Tago? I think his fight too. Was Fortuna as well. I know he was his trainer for like 3 fights. Okay, correct me if I'm wrong. And it can be a leverage for Ryan Garcia, since Ryan Garcia knows him so well, but it can also be a leverage for Mario Barrios because Goossen knows.
Once the trash talk fades, Showbiz the adult breaks down the styles without picking a winner. He notes that Garcia can have defensive lapses, getting gun-shy, leaning straight back, and leaving himself exposed. Showbiz says he prefers Ryan using a tighter, silly shell or a high guard, believing it could be a smart tactical look against Barrios.
There are things, positive things I could take away from that when it comes to Ryan Garcia. The negative thing is he was gun shy. All right. Another thing is him leaning straight back. I've always hated when he cranked that Soldier Boy. He leans straight back. I actually like the silly shell the most when it comes to his defense. I do like his high guard as well. And I think that's going to be good tactically against Mario Barrios. But Mario Barrios, when you look at him and you look at him against a Manny Pacquiao, who's an old man now, all right? He's definitely an old fighter. Maybe not an old human, but an old fighter. Not as fast as he once was, and he was countering Mario.
Former world champion Mikey Garcia says Ryan Garcia has the tools to win the belt if he shows up with explosive confidence and a champion's mindset. But he warns that if the uncertain, inconsistent version of Ryan from past fights appears, Mario Barrios' experience and composure could take over. For Mikey, the fight won't be decided by skill alone. It will come down to mentality. Who brings the best version of himself when the lights are brightest?
Rumors of Mario Barrios versus Ryan Garcia. Who you got in that fight?
Oh man, yeah. You know what? Kind of, it's a difficult decision because it depends on what Ryan shows up. If the explosive, fast, and strong Ryan shows up, he's got a really good chance.
He's got it. He's the champion.
However, if
Barrios got the belt,
Mario Barrios uses his experience, which he has, and we see the Ryan that fought Rollies, for example,
right,
then Barrios would win.
Okay, so
it kind of falls on Ryan, which Ryan shows up to fight.
If Ryan's on his game, you got Ryan?
I got Ryan.
Hey, you're a class act. Good luck on that. Hopefully, I think you're going to get into the International Hall of Fame.
Oh, appreciate it.
You're the man. Thank you.
Robert Garcia says this fight is a massive opportunity for Ryan. He believes Garcia has the speed, power, and skill to become a world champion, but he doesn't pretend it's easy. Barrios is no pushover, and parts of the matchup could work against Ryan. It's the kind of test that can define a career, and on a night like this, every punch carries weight.
It's a good matchup for Ryan. I think Ryan has the skills, the power, the speed to actually go and become champion, but there's a few things that I see that might not be in his favor. And look, Barrios is dedicated. I know him. He's actually a good friend, a good person. And they chose him because they think Ryan has everything it takes to become champion, to become the world champion, because they're already planning on huge fights with Devin Haney and whatever out there for Ryan.
That's it for today. Stay tuned. See you next time.